All right.
Yeah, we were ambushed by goblins. What were those things?
Goblins.
Yeah, goblins. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
actually
that's
going to
what
cheese this a little bit and use some existing lore from my own world and throw this in here so that I don't have to make any of this stuff up.
Alright,
So we're going to
sure.
say that for the sake of argument, you have all met up in a place called the Stony Brook Tavern in a quiet little village in the countryside called Merin's Rest. For one reason or another, you've all made your way here. And as you are enjoying some refreshing ale, beers, wines, food, and so on and so forth, you notice in the corner of the tavern there is a news board, a bulletin board, and individually you all kind of take notice of that, and you see that on the board there is mention of a reward in exchange for helping an individual at the local bookstore find their cousin who has been missing for a week. That would be the start of what's going on here. The tavern in general is a generic medieval tavern. You've been to many of them in your time. It is a warm spring day. Let's say it's noonish as you are all congregating in various places, wherever you want to sit in the tavern. I don't actually have a map for the tavern up, so we'll just use our imagination here. And as you're all seated, eating, drinking, resting your feet in the tavern, in walks a nondescript older gentleman who makes his way up to the bar and leans over and says somewhat loudly, "Oi, Marion, I could use a drink." And she says, "Rupert, how are things going?" And all of you realize, Rupert, that must be Rupert Longshanks, the man who was mentioned on the bulletin board who said that he needed someone to help him find his missing. Did I say cousin? I'm going to have to write that down. His missing cousin. And he's getting a drink at the bar right now.
All right. So, who's going to be brave and approach him and talk
We
to him?
need somebody that can be a spokesperson.
Send the paladin.
I have 20. I have
the
20
paladin.
charisma.
Oh,
Do you
really?
charisma?
Wow.
Yeah, but I don't
I've
know.
I've got 16 charisma.
If we need to roll for, deception or something, I guess. But
Okay,
So
true.
Are we
Right.
approaching him because he's the one with the board, or we just overhear it?
Well, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I think we should probably talk to him, right? I mean, he's on the board, so he's got something going on. He's here, so we could maybe find out the details on the on what he's got going. How much he's gonna pay? All the good stuff.
Hey there, Rupert. Longshanks, is it?
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I understand. You need some help finding your cousin.
Ah, indeed. Misty is her name. She's gone missing this week past, and the sheriff has sent out a couple of his friends into the forest, but none of them are great trackers, and they haven't been able to find anything other than some muddled footprints near the river's edge where she went to gather the flowers that she always gathers to bring in to decorate my bookstore every morning.
I see. What do y'all
One of
think?
you might be a tracker, perchance.
Who's a
I have some
tracker?
investigation skills.
Investigation skills.
Indeed.
What do you think, Idrad Lore? Damn it! Fuck. What do you think?
It worked. It works. Yeah.
Id.
Yeah.
Idiot.
That's too close to idiot. Come on.
También,
I
Chris.
mean,
Tú puedes traquear.
ID, homie, what you think? No.
Don't remember, but I think
Idrad Lore.
Think we
Idrad
could
Lore.
track it down, or
You think
We
we could? You think we could?
as long as the clues weren't too old, I think I could probably pick up something.
I would like to ask him how close he can kind of describe so we can get to the area exactly he's talking about there with where the footprints were found.
The river is just east. It's not even a river. It's a creek. Sorry, just east of town. Perhaps 30 minutes. It's literally right outside. If you go to the Kilkenny farm, you can see it just to the east of there. And she normally goes down there behind the farm and gathers flowers every morning. And she went missing a week ago, and we haven't been able to find her. I am offering a reward if that would help, perhaps with the motivation for all of you. I know that some people need money for their time and expenses. I'm offering 10 gold. In this case, I could give 10 gold per person for you to, if you find her and bring her home safely.
You talk to my boy Bounty over here. He's the one that does it.
So I was wondering if maybe instead of 10 gold, we could make it 15.
Unfortunately, I mean, originally I thought that I could perhaps pay more, but with a group as large as yours, paying 10 gold per would already put me out 60 gold, which is, originally I only had 50 gold put aside for this, so I would already be paying 10 more than I had allotted. Unfortunately, I'm a small village bookstore salesman. I don't have hundreds of gold at my disposal to make that kind of payment, unfortunately.
Oh.
Or Misty.
Liar.
Bounty
What do
squeezing
we
the
need
line.
of gold?
Well,
We don't need more
Can
than
we,
10
can we
gold.
do a persuasion roll?
I mean, you can roll for it.
All right. What's the difficulty check?
Just roll.
Oh,
Look
Nat
at
20.
Oh, my
that.
man. My
Plus
man.
7.
I honestly, I don't have any more gold. That's, I'm already paying more than I could. I might be able to throw in something extra from the bookstore if you can return her safely. I would have to look around and see what I have available, but I might have a book or perhaps a
Or a
scroll or
scroll.
something that could be of use to your party, but
Mm.
I don't know until I go back and look.
Okay.
so what do you think, guys? We doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Say we
let's
do it.
Always down for an adventure.
All right,
Sure.
we're gonna take on. We'll see what we find.
Oh,
and,
my friends. He breaks down in tears and he's weeping a little bit. You can't. It's been yeah. I'm just so happy that we finally have someone here who's going to help. Here, you need to talk to the sheriff. He's just east of here in the center of town. You'll find him out front of his home, usually, or just knock on the door. It's the only house in the center of town, and he can give you more information on what him and his friends found at the riverbank. Please, this way. And he escorts you to the front door and points you in the direction of the sheriff's house, which you can see, just perhaps a few hundred yards to the east. So as you get to the sheriff's office, there is a short and somewhat overweight individual sitting out front smoking a pipe, which I would, but I've already smoked a little bit. I'm gonna wait because I'm not used to tobacco in real life right now, so we're gonna hold off on that. But he's short, stout, sitting out front, smoking a pipe, eyes half closed. His legs are straight out in front of him. One leg's propped up on top of the other one with his ankles crossed, and he's just sort of sitting there in the mid-morning sunlight, kind of basking as it would, like a lizard in the sun.
Hmm.
He kind
Someone
of
So
wake
he
creaks
looks
one
like
eye.
he's very concerned about Misty.
Yeah. He looks like he's concerned about lots of things related to relaxation. He kind of creaks one eye open as you guys approach and kind of puffs a little bit of smoke out. What can I do for you?
Yeah,
Sir.
You there. What's your name, good sir?
I'm Sheriff Mikkel. What can I do for you?
We understand you can help us in locating a Misty. Hey, Misty.
Hey, Misty.
Misty. Rupert
Ah,
Longshank's cousin.
Rupert finally found some adventurers. Then he kind of sits up, taps out his pipe, opens both eyes now, and he's looking at you, kind of scrutinizing you, looking you up and down, nods to himself a little bit. What do you need to know?
Was it a farm? Was it a...
They found some clues down by the riverbank, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just wondering what you found. What kind of information you already have uncovered to help us move closer to finding her.
Well, my men aren't great trackers. I'm okay on a hunt, but it's not my best, my most strongest suit. We did find some muddled tracks down by the river, but they're a week old now, assuming that they're still there with the rains and everything else that have happened over the past week. But we found her basket with flowers tipped over and some tracks that I didn't recognize. Perhaps 10, 15 different sets of tracks leading off east into the forest, but we lost them once we got into the depths.
Have you seen any suspicious creatures around here?
Around here, not necessarily. I mean, maybe 50 years back, I remember my grandfather used to say that there used to be tribes of goblins in the hills to the east, but that was forever ago. Like, goblins don't come near towns anymore. They're eradicated as far as I know.
Goblins, you say?
I hate
Okay.
goblins.
All right. So what does everybody think? Should we
Check
head
out the
that
spot.
way? Just
I
head for
thi-
this spot? Or...
I think he should, yeah, if he could show us the spot at the riverbank, maybe we could see if we can't pick something up.
I could show you. Yeah, he tucks his pipe away in a pouch in his belt, turns around, locks the door to his building, and he heads off east. Follow me. And you walk past the stables to the town, which are on the right, and there's another farm that you walk by, and about an hour later, you make your way down this slight little hill to this brook, creek, stream. It's about 10 feet wide, but it's not deep at all. Perhaps knee deep at its deepest point. Up to the north, you can see a slight little waterfall. It's about 10 feet tall, where the water kind of comes down in 3 different folds, and then they've got a bridge built across with just really rough-hewn lumber. And he leads you down to the southern section south of the bridge, to where apparently they found the tracks and everything else. And he says, "This would be it right here. I don't know what you'll be able to find. It's been a week, like I said. There's been rain, and who knows what other animals have been here, and so on and so forth."
Once we kind of left the farm area, I guess that's when my wolf would join me, because he wouldn't go in the town, I don't think.
Okay.
Or the
As your
farm.
wolf joins the party, the sheriff's gonna raise one eyebrow. Is that thing safe?
Yes, completely safe.
Okay, he's gonna keep a wary eye out. Actually, let's see here. Let's roll.
He only bites if he winks at you first.
He's just gonna keep one eye warily on the beast as he takes you down to the river. He is gonna show you the area and say, this is where we found the bulk of the tracks. They head east from here. Other than that, I can't really help you any further. So feel free to look around, and if you need me, I'll be back at my house. Good luck. And he heads back into town, casting one wary eye, glance over his shoulder once again at your wolf. And as he gets a little farther away from your party, he picks up the pace and hoofs it up the hill as quickly as possible. And very, very evident that he does not like puppies.
Right.
At least your puppy.
He's
Interesting.
It's my
Okay.
baby.
All right.
All right.
All right, so Ed, I think this is where Ed has to step in,
That's
right?
what I'm looking at. So that would be investigation, right? Based on what my knowledge is.
Let me look
Do you guys want to do some kind of? You're investigating this scene. Is that what we're doing? Like, is that what you're
Yeah,
gonna
it
do?
would be
You're gonna roll
investigating this scene
You're
to see if you
muted.
can pick up any clues beyond what the sheriff's men
Oh,
had.
you muted Renfell?
I think he's talking to Chris.
Renfell.
Did I
Oh,
mute
okay.
myself? I'm sorry. I hit
Oh
the
yeah,
wrong,
you did.
I hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
You could, if you want to check this scene, you could see if you
Yeah.
pick up anything else that he might have missed.
See if I can even pick up what he saw, because it's been a week.
Right.
Sure.
I'm also
Yeah.
going to say that, for the sake of, because we have a newbie in the party, I am going to do a little bit of prompting here, which I traditionally wouldn't do if I weren't the DM and it weren't my wife. Also, don't forget that Chris is a ranger, which means she
Oh, she's got
has bonuses to tracking in
Perfect,
nature. So,
right.
Chris,
Got it.
you don't forget
Ah.
that either. But
Perfect.
also, those of you in the party, don't forget that you have that at your disposal because she will not speak up because she's new.
Yeah,
She will soon.
Eventually.
Yeah.
that's a good point. So
That is-
And
So-
after she checks, I wouldn't mind having the wolf just sniff around, see if
Sure.
can pick up anything.
All right, so let's look at skills. Everybody open up your well, those of you who are going to be searching for tracks, which would be Idrador and Chrisma, open up your character sheets and on the skills tab,
Mhm.
do you have that open? This is where I'll have to help her just a little bit to make sure that she's got the... Yeah, double click your character right there, Chris. And go to your skills tab on the right hand side where it says skills.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm.
All right. What would it be? We have investigation. Yeah,
gotta be what-
both of you roll for your investigation.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
right.
Do you remember how to roll,
oh,
Chris?
forced. That was terrible.
Chris, double click where it
Yeah.
says next to profession.
Now that plus
Investigation.
5,
Investigation.
did you roll the actual,
Mhm.
like the skill?
Yes.
I think so. The plus 5 would be applied from that skill.
Mhm.
Okay. How do you do that?
You just click on, like, I double clicked on the +5. Ooh, Chris had a good. Oh,
No,
that
that
was
was
a
Sparrow.
Oh, okay. That was
Where
for
it
the
says, you see investigation, Chris? Go to the
Yes.
right and double click the number. The number.
Mm.
Double click.
Okay, you click the you click where the plus is. Gotcha.
I thought I'd have a good chance because I had a +5 modifier, but
No.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got Sparrow rolled a 19. So, yeah, you see a muddled group of tracks, and as there's been some rain, other things have happened. There's been some mud, other creatures, but you do manage to pick up some tracks going into the east. And you cross the little creek and get to the other side, and you get a little clearer sight. The tracks are about a week old, definitely goblins.
Mhm.
So even though what he said was, they haven't seen goblins since his grandfather's time, these are definitely goblin tracks.
Okay. And how many would you say? Is it
Let's roll a 20 for that.
Nope.
It's who rolled that?
Oh,
That was your
it
wolf
says
who rolled that.
Shadowbane. How do I?
Are you
Oh,
on your Shadowbane character sheet? Oh,
do I just?
you may need to because you're controlling two characters, check the drop down on that chat window to the bottom left and see if it says Sparrow or Shadowbane.
Okay, I set as active PC.
Yeah,
Barrel.
and then try that again.
Okay.
Because I think it
At
might have been
20?
set to Shadowbane before. There we go. A 12. You can make out at least a dozen. Beyond that, it's too muddled to tell. They're too old and too muddled, but there's at least a dozen.
And
Lots of
didn't when we were
goblins.
talking to the sheriff guy, I think he said about 15.
Yeah, they thought roughly that.
So that makes sense. 12 to 15 goblins.
Yeah, and it's worth thinking about too that unless the guy's just straight bald lying, then there's probably something that's caused them to come down, right? So like they're hungry, maybe, or so they're gonna be pretty rambunctious, whatever caused them if they really haven't seen them in that long, and suddenly they're down here snatching up people. at the
Yeah,
creek.
something emboldened them. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So we should approach this with some
Caution.
Careful.
caution. I feel
Yeah.
like
Level 1
well,
caution.
I think Sam can only handle 5 beating them up.
All right. Well, the tracks are about a week old, and as you head, let's see
East.
here. I want to get this one open, and let's get this. Give me a second here.
We were like, pray to the gods, Sim. If I don't get them dodge rolls like last time, this does not bode well.
You gotta
All
get
right.
sneaky.
So as you
Javelins this time.
as
it's like-
you cross the creek and go a little bit deeper into the forest, you travel for about an hour following the tracks, and you eventually get into this clearing that kind of opens up ahead of you.
Okay. Is it perception if I send my wolf ahead just kind of to follow and check out ahead of us?
I mean, I'm sure we could treat it as such.
Yeah, it just says let you spot here, otherwise detect the presence of something. I just kind of want him to scout.
Okay.
Now, is everybody screen black right now? Is that the way it's supposed to be?
The map?
Partially.
The map you
Yeah.
just shared, it's black,
I can
right?
s-
Okay.
Mostly.
Most of it. I can see
Right.
like our tokens in the tree or two.
Right.
Sorensen can only see black.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Chris's scene, and she can see like a 90-degree arc. So it might just be the lighting and your character being human.
Maybe, yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah, I'm closer to.
All right, so you're wanting to send your wolf ahead and do what now?
Just kind of stealthily make sure nothing we're not sneaking up on something or they're not ambushing us.
Okay. How far ahead do you want to send your wolf?
Let's see. Maybe about 50 feet ahead.
Should we all hide?
Well, I mean, you don't see anything at the moment.
Well, it's
I
a
mean,
week out. Yeah, they're
Okay,
probably a
all right.
week gone.
Listen, I'm just a little scared of these goblin hordes, okay? I'm got a little PTSD from my days.
12 to 15.
All right,
12
so
to 15.
I may have tweaked some settings, Sparrow, so double check, try to
Oh,
move your wolf
no.
ahead and see if I need to clear it or not.
Sure.
Would it confuse them if we ran away?
I think you need to approve it.
Hold on a second, because it doesn't show me anything. Try it again. All right, see, now it allows
Oh.
you to freely move it, so I
It
may
didn't
have
show me the feet though.
Right,
like
and it
before.
allowed you to freely move it, so I may have to tweak some settings here because I did some stuff with Chris the other day.
Okay.
Try it
Can
again.
you see anything
I haven't seen anything yet.
on the screen?
Oh yeah. If I'm
Okay.
on me, I can see.
Yeah, everybody try to move your character forward a little bit. I want to see if I accidentally tweaked something incorrectly.
Well, all mine disappeared except my wolf. Everything disappeared.
I have that. Yeah.
Let me
me
try to
see
go ahead and everybody close the map and I'll reshare it.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you like
Just
close
close the map.
Yeah, it's got a little X
Just
up there.
close
Drag it
close the
down.
map, Chris,
Got it.
Okay.
and then I'll reshare it.
Okay.
Hopefully, I actually have control of my character this time.
Sorensen, you can hide behind me if you're scared.
I'm not scared yet, but I'm worried. Yeah, it's
Me
got to be
too.
just where I'm at. I just only see black, but that's probably. I don't see the other characters either. I think it's just maybe
You're
I'm too
closer
far
to
back.
that. Yeah, I think you're like closer up than. Oh wait, how do I?
Oh,
back
now I
down?
do. Now I do.
That was
Now I
my
see.
fault. I had to change a setting. All right.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead and try your wolf now, Sparrow.
Let me cancel that too.
Okay, there you go. 50
There we
feet.
go.
All right,
Yep,
so I'm gonna
50
prove
feet.
that.
Now
Does it
it's all
tell?
black.
Does your wolf tell you like how far out it can sense things? Does it say on the character sheet for your wolf or anything like that?
No, nothing like that.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Mhm.
What would that be? Let me go to character sheet.
Perception?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Dude, your wolf
Wolfie.
is that's a good wolf. I'm
All right,
already
Dang.
Oh
so
yeah. Shadow Bane.
your
is
wolf raises
awesome.
its head. Now, here's a question for you because I'm assuming there's no verbal communication. So, what are you getting? Do you sense things from your wolf? How does this work with wolf
Probably like
companions?
just pictures. They
He
can't.
smells fresh goblin. He smells
Oh.
fresh goblin, not
So
week old goblin.
let's figure this out for before we go, right?
Yeah.
Like does the wolf just howl and growl or point his nose in a direction or is it actually some kind of connection
That's how I
mentally?
envisioned it, as some kind of connection, but it's not like he can talk to me in human. He's going to show me pictures of what he's sensing.
Pictures. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Okay.
more what he
So
senses.
so that gives him some control on exactly what you might see because a dog might send something bizarre, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, like he
All
might
right.
picture a number of goblins, but he's not going to say there's 15 or 12,
Right,
Yeah.
right,
right?
okay.
But
So
he's going to kind of show.
he definitely smells fresh goblin. It's not week old. Like you
Mhm.
don't know how to. I don't think there's a way for you to know how fresh, but he's like goblin on the air. Like I
Mhm.
smell gobbies.
All right, guys, my wolf's telling me there's goblins around, not a week old like right now.
Okay. That's
Is there? Does he sense a direction, or is it just around in the air?
No, you're not gonna get a sense of where. It's just he smells stuff. So let me go here and.
Okay. Once he lets me know, I'm gonna tell him to stealth. To be stealthy, I guess is a better way to say it.
My pally sense is tingling.
That's a lot
My
of
power.
dice.
Sure
Wait,
is,
are you
right?
seeing my? Are you seeing my dice?
Just
We
a
can
only-
shadow.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
only see that you're rolling them.
Oh, yeah.
We can't see the results. We can see
Oh.
like a little shadow of dice.
I was
rolling across.
testing something here.
We're just getting good anxiety from all these dice being rolled and the
Yeah,
dice
I was
are
like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, they're already doing initiative checks
like,
here.
All right, so
Dreadlord, ready
as
yourself, my friend.
so you're wanting your what?
charge
Giving a
forward, right?
hang on. You're giving your wolf a
Yeah, stealth.
mental command to stealth. So go ahead and roll for that.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's he definitely stealthed. And then I need to check.
Shadowbane's gonna like save this party. I'm just
I
Yeah,
love that
right.
wolf, man.
Yeah.
Perfect name, right?
Okay. As your wolf stealths, you're gonna hear a shrill shriek from somewhere deeper into the glade, like a
Oh,
and
like it.
and
Oh,
roll a perception on your wolf. Okay.
well.
Everybody else roll perception as well.
Perception.
So Chris, open up your character
yeah.
sheet.
Yeah.
Might have to double click your character image on the top right.
Mm-hmm.
Find perception and click the number
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Sparrow, you get a directional sense of where the cry came from. I'm going to draw on the map here. You can't pinpoint anything, but let me draw an arrow here. Pointer, arrow,
did
somewhere.
Sorensen roll?
Hang on.
No, I
Mine's not
couldn't get
going.
it. Yeah, mine's not going for some reason.
Neither is Simmerg's.
Yeah, I'm trying to try to. There we go. I just had to drag it and.
Oh, drag it
Wait.
over.
But
Well,
then
you
it
could-
didn't put any bonuses.
Yeah, I just put the number though.
Oh, yeah, that's
It-
just what my perception actually is. Yeah.
Is your double clicking not working for some reason?
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, it's not.
So let me try to.
You
do
mind?
it
You mind
again.
if I just roll like another one
Yep,
to see if it works?
Just roll another one, see if it works.
There's my strength is working. For some reason, my perception just doesn't.
Are you in skills?
Yeah.
I'm
Skill.
in Maine. Oh, you guys went to
No,
skills.
Yeah, you got to go to
Yeah.
skills.
That's why.
Oh,
Okay.
me
okay.
too. Got it.
There we go. My bad.
Oh, that's
Right.
wonderful.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mm,
See, that was worth the wait, guys.
Yeah.
And then Simmerg, you still had to roll 2, you said?
I don't have it on mine though.
if you go
Oh
to
wait,
skill,
never mind. I take
yeah,
it back. Oh
yeah.
my god, is that really what my? Never mind.
I love how I see everybody's
Nice.
dice rolls. Okay, Simmerg
What?
and you're gonna notice this is what you're gonna. This is the direction. All right, I'm drawing it in the wrong. You see that arrow?
No,
No.
Hang on.
No.
it's all black right now,
Oh, I see a 5 up
except for the
Yeah, hang
character.
on. Hang on. I didn't do it right.
Okay.
I'm new to this drawing the
Yeah.
pointers. So, do you see that arrow?
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so in that direction is where you heard the cry. Now, as that happens, Shadowbane failed his, but
What did he fail?
well, I had him roll a 20 and he
Oh,
rolled
for
a
his
12.
perception?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
which was not enough.
Mhm.
Can I get Shadowbane to roll an initiative roll, please?
Sure.
Where's that? That's at the
Okay.
main.
Oh, we gotta open. Combat tracker, right?
Yep. So everybody will want to open. Well, yeah, just for now, you will.
Mhm.
And we're gonna
Where's
put
that?
this up to here.
Top,
Options.
very top on the right, way up, one more over. Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's a miss. As this happens, an arrow comes out of somewhere to the northwest, towards the wolf, towards Shadowbane, but misses. However, I will say that Shadowbane can then get a general direction of where where it came from, and he's gonna see this creature just tried to shoot him. I don't know if he can see it yet.
No.
Okay.
Well, tell the party what he sensed.
Yeah, arrow out of nowhere. And then I'm giving him a turn right now, so you can do what you want with your wolf.
I'm gonna have him stealth back to us.
Okay. So just move him down. Yep. There you go.
Did I do it? Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And you're gonna hear some excited in the bushes. Everybody roll for initiative, please.
How do you do that again?
On your
Main
main
page.
character sheet.
Is it this here, hon?
And
What,
yep.
Timmy?
Where it says
Double
init,
click it.
you got to go to the main tab,
no.
Chris.
Double click it.
Okay.
Yep. And then where it says init, double click init in the middle of your
jeez.
character sheet.
Wow, Sorensen,
Double click.
I feel you. Me too.
Good thing you got a lot of hit points, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So you know the general direction from where the cries came from. Idrildor, you are up next.
Okay, so I'm learning from past experience. I want to enter stealth.
Roll for it.
Let's see. Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Okay.
Whoa.
You are stealthed.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to I can move then
Sure.
now, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
up to
okay,
wherever the maximum is.
I'm going to like kind of creep my way. I can see some trees.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to like kind of hug to them and make my way towards.
All right, move your character an appropriate distance.
I think it was 30 or 25. I need to look now. Ah, it's 25. Crap.
Here, do it again.
Right there.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, I can see a little further. Still can't see anything now.
Okay.
That's it.
That's all you can do for now. So.
That's it.
All right.
I don't see anything, guys. Sorry.
Sparrow, you're up.
All right. So I look at my speed is 35. So says 35.
Okay.
And then I want to use my ability. I think it's Mask of the Wild.
Okay.
You can attempt to hide even when you are only in light, obscured by foliage, rain, falling snow.
Well, this is I would say you probably don't need to waste it, considering it is a clearing, but there's underbrush and things of that nature. You're a druid. I would
Okay.
consider it a given that you're not at a disadvantage if you want to roll a stealth roll to hide. I don't. What is the bonus of using this spell? Is it an automatic hide versus needing to roll for stealth?
Yeah, and I don't know under abilities how often you can use it. It doesn't say.
Okay, we'll consider it used, and you're hidden, right? It's like a stealth hide.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
If I were to move, it would break. Like
Okay.
it's totally.
All right, well, you're hidden for now. Next up is bounty code.
Is that a lake or a pond or something there in front of you, Sparrow?
Yeah.
It's a gray blob.
Too dark to tell.
It's a pit.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what you want to do, bounty code?
Yeah. So you said the arrow came from the northwest?
Northeast.
Northeast.
Okay.
That little arrow's still there where we thought we heard it, the general direction we.
Oh, no, the arrow that went and missed the wolf.
Yeah, I thought it was to the east.
Well, you heard cries from the northeast, and that's where the arrow came from as well, to the northeast.
Okay. I'll go there.
Okay.
Still see nothing.
Okay. Next. Chrisma, your turn.
Okay.
Ranger stealth. Ranger stealth.
When the wolf is stealth, does it move slower?
I don't know, so for now I'm
Yeah.
saying no. It probably does, but I'm not going to worry about it tonight.
Okay.
I was looking for mine as well. If it said that I was slow in stealth, I couldn't find anything.
I need to move to the north.
Northeast, in the direction of that black arrow would be. And I think you can move, I don't remember what your move is, 25, 35. You're 35, Chris, so you can move up to 35.
Speedy.
Speedy elves.
Yeah.
No. Like this, maybe. Yes. I think.
Yeah, just drag your character. Yep.
There it goes.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
She's getting up there.
Oh boy.
Do you see anything?
Yeah, do you see anything?
No? Just black screen?
Oh.
Okay. Simmer, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna move up to.
Swing your hammer and summon your lightning Thor. I mean,
Yeah, light this place up. Yeah.
You can move. Hold on a second. Let me cancel that 1 second. 30? I think I can go 30, so.
So Chris is also a wood elf?
Go ahead and try that again, Sim, because the first one I had to cancel.
I think that's what
Okay.
he said, yes.
Okay.
Why is
So
it not?
I'll try to remember. She's
for-
got that Mask of the Wild too, I think.
What are you
for
trying to
the
do,
wall.
Simmer? Because it doesn't show me moving.
Not yet.
All right, let me.
No.
Okay, there we go. 25.
You
Oh,
fell in
right
the
up in
water.
there. It's a pool of water, murky swamp or something.
Is it DM?
That's what you
What
see,
is it?
right? All right.
Oh, it's a
Alright.
bog.
Pool.
All right.
Ooh.
It is a bog. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
That's
did it tell
official.
you?
No,
Did it say
no, I
that?
was just,
Oh,
okay.
no, I was just goofing
No, I'm
around,
just-
yeah.
I'm assuming.
Well, no.
Wow.
The paladin's gonna sink. He's heavy with plate mail. And...
All right. So this saw the wolf.
See, that's kind of a spoiler
Yeah.
alert. There's
Oh,
already
oh.
3
No,
goblins
yeah.
on the combat tracker.
I see.
No, I see it too, right?
All
I see a
right.
goblin.
All right. It's
Do
gonna
you?
run around the corner.
I don't
All
see a
right.
goblin.
Who
Oh,
can
no.
see? Well, some of you can see a goblin. Who can see a goblin?
I can't.
Who can see
Oh,
a goblin?
no.
Raise your hand. Sorensen can see a
I-
goblin. Idridor can see a goblin.
I can see it.
Okay,
maybe.
and Chris can see a goblin. All right.
Yeah.
So the 3 of you see a goblin pop into view
Yeah.
as it comes chasing after the wolf where
Oh, no.
where Shadowbane had just run from a minute ago. It sees you. I'm gonna roll a d6, and here's what's gonna happen. 1 or 2, it's going after Chrisma. 3 or 4, it's going after Idildor.
Yeah, I'm stealthed. Can't come after me, yo.
Well, that's true. I need to roll to see if it sees your stealth. Hold up.
That's right. It doesn't. I'm
No, it
stealthy.
doesn't. You're stealth. So it sees Chrisma and it sees the wolf. It doesn't. I don't think it sees Bounty yet. Nope, it only sees those 2. So
It sees me too. Probably.
yeah,
if I
you're
can
down
see
there
it,
far
right?
enough. It can see you as
Okay.
well. So
Okay.
1 or 2, it's going after Chrisma. 3 or 4, it's after the wolf. 5 or 6, it's after Sorensen. And I need to turn these rolls back on.
Did he see through the wolf stealth?
Oh, I forgot the wolf is stealthed. Never mind. Let me
Okay.
roll. Thank you for
So,
reminding
1, 2,
me that your
3,
wolf is
4,
stealthed.
5, 6.
Oh, I just rolled a 20.
Uh-oh.
So I'm gonna say
What?
that it broke your
Oh,
wolf's. It
no.
broke your wolf's stealth.
Oh.
I need to start showing my rolls for this part. So 1 or 2 Chrisma, 3 or 4 wolf, 5 or 6 is Sorensen. This is gonna be a flavored roll. So that's gonna be on the wolf. So it's gonna see the rest of you, but it's gonna stay on Shadowbane. That's a miss.
Nice.
Next is gonna be.
Was it shooting him with a bow? Is that what's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
Short
Okay.
bow.
Man,
Mhm.
that thing's got some range, don't it?
It's another one.
Oh, another
It's
goblin.
enough.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. See who it attacks. It's gonna be on the wolf again.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to die.
It's not attacking you yet.
Yeah. Nobody
That's a
died.
hit.
Nobody died.
Oh no, you
Oh.
didn't.
No.
You stayed
Oh! Oh!
Oh.
Shadowbane is down. Shadowbane
Oh
is
my
down.
goodness.
Shadowbane is down.
Dang, son. Freaking.
Well, we did like him. He was fun.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
All right.
Wait a second.
No.
Scary.
How many hit points do you have? How many
This
hit
is
points does
scary.
Shadowbane have?
Hit points?
Yeah.
Where do you find that? Oh, down here? I don't even know how many hit points he had.
It was low. I remember. It was like 6, I think, if I remember.
All right. In this
That
case,
Oh.
I'm gonna roll 1, 2, 3 for Chrisma, 4, 5, 6 for Sorensen, and it's gonna go after Sorensen.
It has
It's gotta-
11 hit points.
It's got to get closer,
And
don't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
0 now. 11.
11?
Yep.
What did he hit him for?
I don't know. It
6.
just
6?
Damage 6.
He shouldn't be dead then.
Okay,
did-
missed.
6 points left, huh?
Okay, so you're saying that your wolf had more hit points than the damage it did?
yeah, maybe because I didn't have it in there, it didn't know what to put it
Oh.
against.
On the
Hit
combat
points-
tracker, it says wound 11,
Hold up.
Oh.
Really?
but
Oh,
over
you're
here
right.
it says it does say damage 6 over here in the
Yeah,
chat.
it says damage exceeded hit points by 6, instant death. So let me double check that because
Oh,
that's interesting.
exceeds by 6.
Oh, crap.
yeah. So you said it had a total.
Of 11
So it
for
showed.
wolf.
Uh-huh.
How much damage does an arrow do?
So maybe because your hit points were set at 0, that might be
Maybe.
why. So
Yeah.
hold up.
Yeah.
It has 11
Is
hit
it-
points.
11.
11 hit points.
I put it in there now.
Well, the wound is at 11, so we need to change that. So it's how do I
Oh,
Five.
is it? Okay.
hold up a minute because I need to that should have solved it. It's just got 6 points of damage to
Yeah.
it.
Okay, that's better.
There we go. All right.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
All right.
Yeah.
Soren,
Good save.
you're up.
Yeah,
It's
I
my
hadn't
turn,
taken
okay.
hit points.
All right, so there's 3 goblins, guys, but I can't let them hit it, so I'm gonna have to start moving that way. Want to check before I make my move. Can't I don't keep in mind before I move up here that there may still be some on your all's on your all's side as well. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start moving my guy. Oh man, it's not showing me how far I'm moving it though.
Mm.
Hang
There it
on, let me
goes.
Try that again.
Nope,
Oh,
Hang
it's
on.
black letters. That's why.
Did it
Maybe.
tell
that was
you?
me. That was me. I moved
Oh.
his character. I was just out of curiosity when you said you couldn't move yours. Why are our 2 characters linked this way? What?
That
the
is
crap?
weird, isn't it? And what's weird is it was letting me move them, but it wasn't telling me how far away it was. It was just like,
That might be something on my end that I haven't figured out yet. So we'll just have to.
how far did
and
I move?
25 feet.
Okay, so I still got 5 more feet. Let me see
Yep.
if I can. Yeah, see, it's weird when I try to move it. The screen goes black, and I
my
can't tell how
screen-
far I am.
My screen went black now too.
Hmm.
What
So
the
I can
crap?
click. I can click my character, right? Oh, it ain't working this time. Yeah, the screen goes black anytime I try to interact with it. Why is it doing that?
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Move 5 feet that way.
Here, I'll
It
just
should be
move it
right
for you. There
right?
we go.
Okay. All right.
All right. What do you see? Can you see the goblins?
Yeah. So the screen is black, by the way. I
Uh-huh.
click it, and then I can see again.
That's weird.
And I see 3 goblins.
Okay.
To the north.
All right. What do you want to do? Do you have a bow?
I'm gonna shoot. I've got a crossbow, so
All right.
I'm gonna try. Let me select them. It was Shift, I think, or Control.
Control click. Yeah.
There we go. And
You've targeted Goblin 4.
see, that was under actions. There we go. And then crossbow, and I'm going to just click the roll. I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is a miss.
That's a miss.
All right. This one. All right. I'm going to roll for this. Hold up a second.
21 points.
Ooh, see, there is some on that side.
Yeah, points is here.
All right. It's going to roll for the stealth against.
Oh, I see it. I see one.
Missed against your stealth roll, so it doesn't see Sparrow. It does see Simmerg, however.
Yeah, it does. I see him. Dirty little gobby.
That's a hit.
Oh, no.
Goodness. Oh, maximum damage.
Wow.
Max
dude.
damage on a roll.
That's wrong.
All right, Shadowbane, you're up.
All right.
We're not even going to survive our origin story, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember the day we met? Yeah, and all died.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna have my wolf head towards me because I don't want him. I'm gonna have him. Oh, I move him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Oh yeah, my screen goes black when I go click it.
I'm going to try to find that while we're all doing
Yeah,
this.
that'd be-
Find the solution.
Troubleshoot that one. It's probably a configuration on my end, if I had to guess.
And try clicking this button.
All right,
That's sometimes
that's all you can do with the wolf, I think, this turn. So, Edredor, you're up.
Try this one on.
All right.
This one.
So I'm still stealth. I'm
Yep.
going to attempt to get a little closer. I can move 25 feet is all. So let's try to go here.
So this is weird, but the solution says it's an issue with fantasy grounds and line of sight. It says if that happens to turn it off and it'll quit doing that, but I think that would reveal the map.
It would
would
reveal the
not?
whole map at that point.
Which is not what we
Mm.
want.
Uh-uh.
Okay, I'm gonna keep reading.
You have
I'm
been...
still not within range.
Yeah,
So.
well, with your bow you are.
Oh, I am.
but you have been seen by this goblin. Okay, you've been seen by one of the goblins.
Which one?
Man, you
Do we
don't
know?
know.
I
Let's
don't
roll
know.
a 6.
Oh,
No, let's roll a 6. Roll a 6, and we'll see what happens.
I don't like this.
Me either. I hurt already. So is Shadowbane.
Did it not go?
Nope. There it went.
Oh.
You rolled a 3. Okay. As you are sneaking up through the bushes, you see one of the goblins pointing at you and yipping something excitedly.
Which
What
one?
did he say?
The far right one is the one
So
that said
Goblin
something.
2.
Goblin 2 is the one that saw you.
Can I hear them?
Yipping? Sure. Do you speak Goblin?
I do.
Hold up. Give me a second here. Hold up. I'm gonna do something. I gotta find it.
Oh, I see gibberish.
Do
So did you understand that, Sparrow?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
So
That's all. You're not near enough to anybody to tell them what it said.
oh, it's not. I'm not close to Simurg.
Well, you're close. You're within 10 feet of Simurg.
Your mother was a hamster.
Yeah. Simurg, they might see you.
Well, they saw. They saw. Yeah, you wouldn't know that though. They were looking at Edrador. Edrador, do you want to shoot, or are you just gonna keep trying to sneak forward?
Well, he's already seen me.
Yeah. So.
So can I make it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
You can totally.
I can-
move.
I
Yeah.
could shoot him, or I could try to go back into stealth, can't I?
Yes.
Shit.
Crap.
Oh.
I'm gonna attempt to stealth again.
Okay.
See if
Roll for it.
Because I mean I'm really close to that bush. I should get advantage. Come on. Oh.
You fail miserably.
Aw.
Nah, dude. No.
All right.
No.
Sparrow, you're up.
Okay. Now I can't see anything. Like the whole thing's black now. I can cheat and look at bounties.
Let me just try something. I mean, it may. That do anything for everybody?
It did
For a
something.
second,
yeah.
I saw color and everything.
How about
Yeah.
this?
Oh, yeah, it revealed the
Okay,
goblin.
so that's the problem. What happens
Alright.
when I reset it though?
Uh,
Is it still
I'm
black
still
for you
only-
now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ooh,
That's better.
green.
Ooh, it's
Yeah, it's
color
like-
and everything. I like that.
Me too. That looks more better.
Did that help everybody?
Yeah, that's
Looks
cool.
pretty.
Did that help you,
No.
Sparrow?
yeah. I think so.
So I think that may have been a my bad. It was like dark. I didn't have lighting on for the map.
Oh, okay. So it thought it was nighttime.
Yes, it thought it
basically.
was nighttime, so that is entirely my fault, and that's a
Oh.
configuration thing that was
Oh
good.
well, that explains why I could see because I have
Night
night-
vision.
dark
Right.
vision.
Okay.
Oh,
that
wow. How
totally
cool.
makes sense now. Okay. I'm so sorry for that, by the way, guys.
And one more thing that while I was researching, I wanted to point out that I wouldn't have known otherwise is that if you don't have your token selected purposefully, the map is black because you're saying you're not controlling
a
anybody,
character.
Right? So
Oh. So
So you
if
have
I
to
clicked on
tweak it.
myself, I see more.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Well,
Oh.
it is your turn, Sparrow.
Okay. I'll target.
Oh.
And that
sweet.
did fix everything on my end. I can see.
Is it
Perfect.
is it control click to target?
Yes. Control left click. Yep.
Did I target that?
On the
Yes.
sheet, you have Goblin 1 targeted. Yep.
All right. And I will use. Let's see. I think that's under actions.
That's cool.
So do I roll for my longbow?
Just an attack roll. Yeah, on your actions, and then double click the black die for the roll. That's a hit.
Nice.
Beautiful.
So then I click
Oops.
the piercing damage.
Yeah, double click next to that, the damage. Okay. Bounty code, you're up.
Okay.
Okay, you're targeting Goblin 4.
So I want to cast Charm Person. Do I cast or do I do attack? Or I think cast does both.
Cast or attack will be the same thing. I think we
Okay.
tested that last week. It's either
Okay.
one, and then it'll check to see if it saves.
So
I think it would be
see.
cast because that's sick.
Yeah.
All right,
Nice.
now roll effect. Underneath that, there should be a button for effect,
Okay.
and it's charmed. So you now control
Oh.
Goblin 4.
Ooh,
Heck
wow.
yeah.
Super cool.
So here's something I don't
Whoa.
remember because I haven't done this in a while. Charm means that you can control it completely, or it just automatically starts attacking other creatures. Like, do you manually tell it what to attack, or does it just automatically attack the nearest enemy?
You can click on the shield to read it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to find it too.
Just click
Shield?
that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You attempt to charm a
Well,
human.
while you're reading that, because this was your turn, so you charmed it, and we'll move to Chris while you're reading that. All right, Chris, it's your turn. You have a bow, so you could just shoot.
Yes, but
So don't
it's
shoot
far
from the floor.
maybe.
No, it's not too
Can
far.
I get no?
Yeah,
Okay.
just remember control and then click the one
Okay.
you want to attack.
Okay.
Do you remember where the actions is on your character sheet?
Yeah, don't worry.
You gotta open up
Uh,
your character sheet again.
okay.
Just double click your image in the top left.
Mm,
Top left.
I get the sense from the description that he just sees me as friendly. So I think he would try to help me, but he chooses what to do, I think. I don't think I control him.
Okay. And then go down to the actions tab, Chris.
yeah.
And then
And then-
double click the black die next to your longbow where it says +6.
Yeah.
That's a miss.
Oh no.
Simmerg, you are up.
Okay.
Okay, I think I have to move up a bit to try to make this javelin throw count.
Okay.
Which I think still shows I have 4 down from last time. Is
Yeah,
that
what's your
something-
range on the javelins?
It's 25. Hold on, let me make sure. I think no. Max 30 out of 120.
All right, so you need to be at least
So-
within 30 feet.
30 feet.
It's
yeah,
40
so I'm gonna have to
feet
move
away
up a
from you.
bit.
So you got to move at
Yeah,
least
I gotta
10.
Move up about right here. 15 up should put me close enough, right?
Let's test.
Like 25, I think, right?
Yeah, you're within 25 now.
All right. All right, I'm gonna. So I gotta control click, right?
Mhm.
Control left click the goblin,
Mm-hmm.
and
'Tis a hit, good sir.
let's go.
It's a dead goblin.
Dead?
Nice.
Nice. Good job.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Goblin 2.
Touching my wounds. up
It
like-
just saw Chrisma shooting, so it's going to switch targets to Chrisma.
Good. It's off of me now.
Remember, Goblin 4 is charmed. We don't want to hit that
Right.
one.
Yeah, please don't hit
That's
it.
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Goblin 3 is also going to switch targets because he just got shot at by Chrisma.
No.
That's a hit.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
All right, 6 points damage.
Dang, dude, these goblins are.
All right,
Hidden.
Goblin 4 is charmed, so he's just going to turn. I think I can do this. Hold up a second here. Make sure I can understand how to do this. He's going to untarget Sorensen, and he's going to target his buddy.
Nice.
Yes.
And he's gonna attack with his scimitar.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Yes. Come on.
Come on, hit.
Come on,
Okay,
Gobby.
it
Come
hit.
on.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Nice
Jeff.
hit.
And killed
Yes.
killed
Nice.
everybody.
Good
Okay.
job.
Oh.
Good.
Oh.
Nice, Gobby.
All right,
Good
quick
job.
question. How long does the charm last? How long does the charm last for?
1 hour.
All right, it'll automatically keep track.
Oh,
I'm just
wow.
curious. It'll
Yeah.
keep track of the turns. All right,
Wait,
Sorensen, you're up.
so guys, he can actually stay with us
Nice.
like after the battle.
Good. Because we got like 10 more probably. Ish.
Okay. Once again, I can't see how far I'm moving. I think this should be roughly 30. So, is that 30?
It's not showing me, which is weird. But yeah, I'll give it to you. You're wanting to move up to one of them?
Yeah, because it says he's 35, so I would
Yeah.
assume
Yeah.
that
Here.
would be about
Here, I'll
right.
just put you right up there.
Okay.
I don't know why
All
it's
right.
not letting you move, but long
Because
as
it's
you-
having the same issue. Because like if I hover over his, I get the box with tells me distance to the character that he has selected and everything.
that's weird. Untarget
Only-
the Goblin 4, Sorensen. Because no, you want to target the other one.
Yeah, it should be right. Hang on. let
Well,
me
you
just
still got
check it
the
off.
charmed one targeted.
Oh, I've got them both targeted. Okay,
Yep.
I see. That should work.
There you
right?
go. Yep.
So I've got
Oh.
2.
Uh,
Right. Yep.
redo
Just
it.
Goblin 2. Okay.
Redo it.
No.
No, now you're target on no
There you
one.
go.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Come on,
And
Sorensen.
then-
Maybe we
Here
have
we
a
go.
lag.
Believe in you.
Okay.
Your
Nice.
belief
Hit.
is
Yeah.
strong.
And now just roll the same one for for the damage,
Right
right?
next to it is the damage one.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Oh,
All right, Shadowbane.
here comes the ones.
Alright. What just happened? There we go. Shadowbane, I'm just gonna have him stay where he's at for now.
Okay. Idrador.
All right, man. Gonna just take a shot. Oh, wait a second. How far away am I? 20 feet. I think I can attack then with my daggers then if I wanted, right?
If you get within striking distance.
I think
Or
I
are you
am.
going to throw your daggers?
I'm not gonna throw them. I'll lose them knowing my luck.
So yeah, move
Alright,
up
I'll
and...
just-
Yep.
I'm moving up.
Yep.
Alright, actions. Dagger.
By the way, how does sneak attack work in 5th edition? It's flanking if the target
I
is
got-
engaged with something else, right?
I can, if I'm in, let's see, right here. Beginning at first level, you know how to strike, blah, blah, blah. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6. The attack must use finesse or ranged weapon. So, dagger, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and it would use your
Or I could use
dexterity
my
roll.
bow.
Yeah, okay.
You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of that enemy, is
Alright.
incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll.
I'll just roll. I just don't know how to do the stealth roll with this, so that's what I was asking.
I think they have to have not detected me. I think that's
Well, I don't know how that works. It has something to do with flanking, so we probably need to investigate that before next time. But just go ahead and attack.
all right. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's horrible. Horrible, horrible.
I have 2 daggers, so I get
Sparrow.
another attack. Come on.
You get 1 attack at level 1. You're up, Sparrow.
No.
Okay.
Hydra
See
Lord.
if I
no.
can move. That's
Give me a dex buff.
35.
Yep.
Okay, and I will shoot. Oh,
That's a dead
Nice.
goblin. Just roll for damage. That's a dead
Oh.
goblin.
Nice.
how come it rolled 2?
It's doing whatever's the default for crits.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know how it rolls for crits. It looks like it did a D8 plus 3. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it did there, but it's a dead goblin.
Mhm.
All right, so from a technical standpoint, you are all. How do I?
We need to question that goblin about Misty.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, give me a second here because I'm trying to figure out how to drop this out of. Drop it out of. This is where me not knowing exactly initiative. Clear all initiatives. You should be out of combat now. Before we question the goblin, I need to I want to try something real quick to see if this gives you back control of your character, Nathan. Give me a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna take ownership, and now I'm gonna give ownership. I'm gonna clear owner. Can you double click on that character, Sorensen, and retake control?
Let's see.
Or right click, or I don't know how you.
Right click doesn't have it's rotation. Double click. Let me just see if I can move it. Now I can see the thing. It said 15 feet.
All
Can you
right,
see it?
I'm gonna approve it.
Okay, so it's working now, and it's showing the
Well,
how far I'm moving.
it still doesn't say owned by you, and I don't quite know
Hmm.
how to set the owner yet. So that, but
Okay.
at the very least, we have sort of cleared that hiccup up.
We
for
found a
moment.
way to do it.
Yeah,
right,
a
if it
workaround
happens.
for the moment.
That's all we
Um,
need.
Let me Google this real quick while we're sitting here, because you guys want to question the goblin, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't see Sorensen in the party.
Oh, that
Yeah.
might be the problem.
Dude,
Oh, I don't either.
That
Yeah.
is the problem. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
give me a
not
minute
in
here.
the party.
the party group's size is
Yeah.
6. We can't have you as a 7. We'd have to make a raid group.
Yeah, there you go. We gotta have a raid. This isn't a raid encounter, so I'll just do solo on the side. Don't worry.
Can you still see the character in the top left, Nathan?
No, I'm not up there. It's funny that it let me roll for initiative and everything, though.
Yeah,
He's in the combat tracker.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
But not in the group.
Interesting.
He's still
Should
on the
just-
party sheet.
Maybe I should just reload.
No, you should, because I did this with Chris the other day, and it was just, I can't remember exactly how I did it.
There you
Oh,
go.
there we go.
He's-
All I
he's in.
did was I went back to characters and double clicked myself again. You know how when you first log on, you pick what
Yeah.
character you want to
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
I just redid that, and
All right, try to move it now on the map. Yep.
Yeah, now it's not showing how far I'm moving again.
Well, it is on my screen.
Okay.
So it does say that this is a bug, and apparently there are some workarounds, so we're just going to have to figure that one out.
Sure.
Any case, all right, you guys are wanting to question Goblin.
Yeah.
He regards us as a friendly acquaintance.
So
Pharaoh actually speaks Goblin.
So I would say everybody should move their characters up and around the Goblin.
Okay.
Okay.
Around, children.
Who am I missing? There we go.
Oh, Paladin's got to wait till next turn. He can't move that far.
Yeah, 30.
All right.
Bleeding. I'm bleeding.
I think this is on you, Sparrow.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think
Yes.
you're the only one I think that can speak it.
Ask him about Misty.
I'm asking.
This is so cool. I love this part of this program.
Because we have no idea what
Right.
you guys are saying. We're just like, okay.
What are you saying?
Some more gobbledygook.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
What are you finding out, Sparrows? Is good or bad?
He said,
Yeah.
"What is girl?"
What?
What is girl?
What is girl?
Privacy. The Goblin looks at you blankly and kind of drools out one side of his mouth. Yeah.
I don't think he's seen her.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Huh.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
So what are we gonna do with
Rah!
him?
He blinks a couple of times and he points at Sorensen. Ah! Roll a. Hang on, what do I want you to roll
Oh
here?
no! What are we doing here? What's going on?
He's trying to figure out what I mean by girl and human.
Oh, ask him if he has any more goblins around.
Okay, I'll
Or
ask him
like
that.
Layer and
good.
home.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know what roll you would roll. I would say, I mean, a persuasion's not gonna, because the problem isn't whether or not he will tell you. It's getting him to understand
Mm.
what you're
Right.
trying
So,
to
yeah.
say.
I mean, I speak Goblin. Wouldn't I know the dialect of
Sure,
how?
but
how
maybe this is
to?
just a really stupid goblin.
Goblins are known for being this way.
Okay. Um.
Threaten him.
He could also just be playing stupid because he knows that you know that goblins are stupid, right? Like,
Ah,
Take me to your leader.
right. I don't know. If I wanna...
take me to your leader. Yeah, I don't know if we want to meet the leader.
Right.
He's saying it's a big tribe. He has a large family.
Mm.
Oh,
Ooh,
fantastic.
large family. Okay.
Mhm.
Family.
Mhm.
Oh,
I doubt he
congratulations.
knows numbers, right? So
Right.
it's probably
Right.
unlikely. Big
Big
is
tribe.
the most you can get. Yeah.
Mhm.
Many fingers.
Can he help us sneak in? Like, can he help us get to the tribe? Like,
It's only going to last an hour if they're
Yeah.
close by.
yeah. Maybe he could just tell us which way it is.
Yeah, I asked him where are
Point.
they.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a persuasion for that one.
Persuasion. I have a low charisma.
Well,
Come on. No.
Tell me what to say. I'll persuade him.
He just stares blankly at you,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
and he repeats.
Big.
Nobody else speaks Goblin, huh?
Negatory.
Mm. See, I would think a negative charisma would be good with a goblin. It needs bonuses. Mm,
We could hit him.
maybe he can just point us. Can you point us in the right direction?
Roll another persuasion roll.
Oh gosh, with negative
Yeah.
2.
You can do it.
Come on, 20.
Oh,
Why?
14 for a second there.
He's a goblin. He pointed at himself. That's.
Um,
That's it. I'm gonna do intimidate.
intimidate might work. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you intimidate him.
Okay.
Like threaten
Who's got-
him.
Yeah.
Who's got a good intimidation?
I
That's
have a good one.
charisma.
Okay.
Yeah. So, ooh, 11.
You rolled 11.
Yeah.
Well, that's with a +7.
How did
Yeah.
you attempt to intimidate him?
What'd you do?
I tried to mimic what Sparrow was saying.
He drools a little bit and stares at you blankly.
Can we all try?
Oh my gosh.
I don't think we're gonna get anything out of this guy.
I don't either. It's like, do we want to use him as potential cannon fodder? You know, we want to use them to like help fight for us if we bump into them, or spend our time for the next 40 minutes or whatever we got left trying to milk the saliva out
All
of
right,
them.
I'm gonna try one more thing. Take
right.
us to your home. We wish to meet your family.
Ah.
All right.
Hmm.
What do you say?
He's asking if we have food.
Ooh, I
Maybe
do.
we do.
I
You
do.
do have some food?
We
Yeah,
do
I
have food.
I have a day's worth of rations.
Okay, maybe show that to him. Maybe that'll.
Yeah, maybe even just half a ration. He's just little.
I've got 10, so I mean, I've got a whole day's
Oh,
worth of
right.
rations.
So we
Okay.
have yeah, I have 10 one-day rations too.
So what are you doing?
Give him a ration.
How do
So-
I do that? Is there a way to actually do it, or
Sure. I mean, just no. Just this role play. So you're just gonna hand him a ration. His eyes are gonna get real
one
big.
day's ration? Yeah, I've
His
got it
eyes are
right
gonna get
there on
real
my
big.
palm of my hand.
Really, really big. The drool is gonna intensify, and he's gonna snatch it out of your hand.
Oh,
And then
Hmm.
Man, it's gonna be sad when this effect wears off. I'm starting to get attached to this little guy.
oh
I
no!
know.
I could cast it again.
What do you say? Did you say something?
he more food for family. If you
Oh.
take us
Can we-
to the
Yeah, exactly. Take us
yeah.
there, and there's more when we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they
More
are
more
nice
redacted.
to us, we will give food.
Oh,
So
I
I'm
like
not
that.
lying.
No, because if they are nice to us, then maybe we could give, all
We
the
might be able to trade some food to get the girl back.
Right.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
same.
All right. He's telling us follow him.
All
Oh.
right.
You
All
got it,
right.
little
Good
man.
job, Sparrow. Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
We need to
So-
follow him.
Yeah, follow him.
Right click follow.
Yeah.
Slash
/ auto follow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't jump off any cliffs, little goblin.
No lava.
All right, so he's gonna lead you through, and you're going through the forest, and after about an hour, the spell wears off. Now, when the spell wears off, you're in a different part of the forest. You're not there yet.
Mhm.
Let's see what happens. Okay, to determine whether or not. But let's just say he was heading in a northern direction through the forest, and you can assume that he was making a beeline for wherever he was headed. The spell wears off. He's gonna be walking along, and all of a sudden he's just gonna stop,
Mhm.
and he's gonna blink a few times, and he's gonna look around, and he's gonna scream. So let's roll a 6. This is gonna be a flavor roll to see what he does. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna bolt. 5 or 6. He's just kind of stand there, too terrified to do anything. He bolts. So I'm not gonna do this on the map right now. He's gonna run. So I'll assume you were all following him, kind of anticipating that the spell was going to wear off at some point, because it's a given. So
Yeah.
I'll give you all a chance to grab him before he bolts off into the bush and disappears. So I don't know what we would roll for that. Let me check your.
Dexterity, maybe?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a dex check, but I'm gonna see if there's any actual skill checks that you would want to roll for this. All right, I'm just gonna say it's a straight up dex check, and you need a. Let's make this a 17 or higher to catch him.
Do we do it with the saves or without the saves?
If you roll it, it'll include it.
Yeah, it includes it when you roll it.
So we're just doing a straight dex
Straight
roll.
dex roll.
All of us, right?
Yeah.
We're all trying to catch him.
You need a
So I'm
17 or higher. All right, Sorensen already did it, but just out of
Okay.
curiosity, Edgador did it. Chris, if you go to character sheet, double check your character sheet, and go back to the main tab
Into the
Nice.
main-
at the top,
Yeah.
and where you see where it says DEX, Dex on the left. double
Yeah.
click that number.
Yeah, we caught that little goblin. 3 of us.
Damn right, boy.
All right. So yeah, the 3 of you tackled him at once, and 3 of you caught him, and he is shrieking to high heaven, screaming like rattling off.
Say something to him, Sparrow.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna yell over his screaming. You want food? You shut up.
Hold on, before we do that, let's roll some flavor dice.
Oh, see if anybody hears him screaming.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. Roll an intimidation roll for that one, Sparrow.
Okay. I better roll high
Yeah.
because I have negatives to that. I'm not very intimidating. Oh, yay!
Oh
Nice.
wow. Okay. So when you tell him you want food, you shut up. He food. He actually says it in common. He's like,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
He speaks a little common. All right.
Ah.
Dude, I like this guy.
So I'll change to common. Yes, food.
he holds out his hand. Food.
All right, I'll give him some food.
All right. He snatches it out of your hand.
It's better than a charm spell. Food.
I need everybody to roll perception checks, please.
Okay. Skill.
That'll be on skills tab, Chris,
Yeah,
the second tab.
perception.
Okay.
And perception.
Oh, why is it rolling? Oh, silly me. That was for shadow pain.
Ooh,
Perception.
I got a big roll there.
Did you find it, Chris? Oh, never mind. You already rolled it. Never
I
mind.
did. Yes.
Yeah, I missed it. Sorry. Sorensen. Somewhere to the
nice.
northeast, you hear creatures coming through the woods, through the brush, running. Many creatures. You're not sure how many, but you can hear
Many.
something coming, running.
Oh boy.
Remind him of the deal we made.
Yeah, with the food.
Yeah, so I want to kind of check the goblin if possible, see if he looks like what's his reaction to this. Is he does he
Alright.
seem excited about them coming or
1, 2, 3. He doesn't even know they're on their way because he's so intent on his food. 4, 5, or 6.
Okay.
He actually knows they're coming, and he hears it
Okay.
too. He doesn't hear anything. He's too involved
He's-
in his
he's just eating food.
inhaling
Alright.
his little
Right.
travel ration.
I can tell him. Should we just tell him to go tell his friends and see what happens? If they attack us,
that we have
know.
food. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea, right? If it turns on us, oh well, we're in trouble anyway.
Go tell your friends we're bringing food. We're friends.
What do you say?
He said food, family.
All right, he's
Yes.
gonna get to his
Yes,
feet, and as
If
he
they
Yeah.
don't attack us.
yeah, hold up. Let me approve everybody's movements here, just so that we can, for the sake of argument, we'll pretend like it's all taking place here, so I can do something with the
Okay.
map here.
Sure.
I need to go here. And I need to go here, and I need to go boom, boom. And give me a minute here, because I gotta.
Mhm.
So let's kind of bring you all down in here, like this. Okay. So then I need to go here. So as you're, you're talking to him, he says this. Do 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 do.
No.
Oh boy.
Buddy, it's a party.
All right, so a group of goblins comes bursting out of the underbrush in the direction of where Sorensen heard the something coming through the brush, and your goblin, he jumps up to his feet with crumbs and a half-eaten travel ration hanging from his mouth.
What do you say?
Hold up, guys. Don't attack. He's yelling for his family.
Okay, family.
Yeah.
They all stop short as they see you and immediately pull bows out and nock
Mhm.
arrows. And lots
Mhm.
of yipping and yelling and gibberish that you don't understand, but they're waving bows and arrows wildly in your direction.
Yeah, so this doesn't look good, right? Looks like we got this guy
Sparrow.
hostage, right? So, Sparrow, can we maybe communicate for him to
Yeah.
let them know that he's not
Tell them not to attack.
prisoner?
We're friends with food.
Friends.
Or do we make him our prisoner? I mean, like
right?
we could always
Either
do
will
Not
that
at
work.
this
Just
too.
put a
point.
knife
I
to
mean,
his neck if we
There's
need
a
it,
lot
right?
more of them than us.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
don't know how much goblins care about their family either. Yeah.
All
I
right.
think they
I
care
mean-
more about food than him.
Yeah, I was gonna say he seems pretty
Yeah.
intense on that food. So
All right. So repeat what you just said, Sparrow, because there was lots of other talk going on. You want
Yeah.
him to do what now?
Tell them we bring food if they don't attack us.
All right. Let's see here. And he points at all of the ones who just came out of the bush.
Yes, food.
Okay. He is going to rattle something off in a dialect that you don't understand, in the direction of all of these other goblins. Oh my god, you guys got so lucky. I can't believe you rolled a 1. All right. The bows pointed in your direction start to waver, and all of you notice these goblins are emaciated. Like they are obviously starving.
Oh, poor little
And
goblins.
you start to hear Sparrow. You hear this coming from all of them, like murmured, like food, 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 but in goblin dialect.
Mm-hmm.
Bows are wavering in your direction.
You guys can see they're starving. We
We
got to
can-
give up some food and find
Yeah.
out where Misty is.
Yeah, so so this explains it, right? This is why they hadn't been around. They hadn't come downtown
Yeah.
so long.
Mhm.
They're freaking hungry. They've run out
Yeah.
of food source of some sort. I don't have any food in my inventory.
I've got 10. I've got 10 one-day rations.
I got 10 one-day rations too.
Yeah, I've got water, and that's really all I
I've got 9 one-day rations because
I'm
he
sorry.
stopped one earlier.
I do have 2 rations. I'm sorry, I have some as well.
Yeah, everybody should have a few rations from your explorer packs or whatever.
And
it is.
I have my. All,
10
if all,
rations. That's right.
if all fails, I have my crowbar. So
He's gonna find a way to use that crowbar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll throw down a couple of rations. How many is there again? 8.
Yeah, it looks like there's 8 on the map. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll throw them 3
Yeah.
rations.
I'll throw 3 down too. Yeah.
Move that down
Oh,
to 7.
I'll
Yeah.
cover the other 2
Alright.
6
then.
for
I
me.
guess.
All right. As soon as they see the rations being tossed on the ground, they just pile onto the food. Bows are forgotten, arrows are forgotten. They're just and
Okay.
within moments the rations are gone. And the little goblin that you kind of all tackled over and everything, he's standing up and he's like, hang on. I gotta go back to I gotta type this out.
Yeah, you gotta use that feature. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And he's gonna he's gonna hug somebody's knee. Hang on.
Oh,
Who's the closest to him? Let's just say Sparrow, because he's been talking to her and
Yeah.
she speaks his
Yeah.
language. So she's gonna like hug your leg.
Okay. I pat his head.
Like,
Hey.
right.
Now maybe we can.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find out.
Now
where
you help
Misty
us
is.
find
yeah.
human girl.
Mm-hmm. Human girl, we can give you some more maybe, because like, what if we can get out of this without having to fight them
I'm
at all,
saying.
That
and
would
make
be
friends and make goblin friends?
Yeah.
That would be great.
He points again at Sorensen and Simmerg too, with a slightly questioning look. Let me roll for this. Hold on.
They seem to be concerned about us for some reason.
One of the goblins, this one right here, as he hears you speaking to his friend, he kind of creeps a little bit closer, and in common he goes, "Girl?"
Oh.
and he points at Sparrow and Crispa. Girl!
Mm-hmm.
See,
Yes,
he's trying
girl.
to figure out what's a girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're the girls. Yeah, that's girls.
Where's
Even though not the ears. Round ears. Girl.
Girl!
Yeah.
Not girl! Girl!
Yes. Yes.
Huge tracts of land.
That's perfect.
Oh, boy.
Huge tracts of land. All right, he's gonna turn around. This one, he's gonna turn around, go back to his group, but they're gonna start saying something in the dialect that you don't understand, and he's gonna turn back around. This one. Did you see that, Sparrow?
Oh, sorry. He wants us to follow him.
okay?
The second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Why not?
This.
So they're gonna lead you off to the west, to the east, excuse me, through the brush that they came from. You're going to continue along for about 10 minutes, and you're going to come to a small kind of sheltered forest area up against a rock cliff where there's a cave entrance, and there's some little very rustic tents and things set up. And as the goblins lead you into the group, there's probably another 20 goblins there.
Oh my god.
Oh, boy.
And they all see you come
Oh.
walking in, and they're like,
Oh,
they're all
geez.
kind of terrified, but
Oh.
you're with their friends, they're with their
Right.
families, so there's lots of yelling and yipping and stuff going on. And out of one of the tents, as you approach, out of one of the tents steps a early 20s human girl, and she looks up at
Oh.
you very surprisedly as you enter the camp.
If she's not a prisoner. Oh.
Oh, this is
Mm.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
She might have a little goblin boyfriend. Listen.
I guess I'll just kind of call out Misty.
Who are
There you go.
you? Who are you? What's going on here?
We were sent to look for you.
Yeah, your
By
father.
who?
He's worried about you. Your
Your
father.
cousin, your
Cousin.
your
Cousin. Sorry, your cousin. Sorry.
cousin Rupert Longshanks.
Rupert?
There you go.
Was it
Oh,
Rupert?
well, that
Yeah.
makes sense. I guess I should have sent him a message, but it's kind of hard because these little creatures don't know how to send messages.
Mhm.
But
Are you a prisoner?
no, I've been helping them. They came down from the north because the caves that they had been living in, at least as best as I can understand, my goblin isn't that great, but the caves where they had been living for the past couple of generations, the water had gone bad, and they had to move south, but they had always lived off of the fish and things in the cave, and so they aren't accustomed to hunting or gathering. So I've been teaching them how to gather plants and the like, but I'm not a hunter, so I haven't been able to help them completely. But I've been, sitting here trying to help them learn how to gather fruits and berries and so on and so forth to survive, and help them set up this little makeshift area here.
Okay.
Okay.
Why'd you drop your flowers in your basket?
That was just, they kind of came out of nowhere and kind of just and got me by surprise, and were like scared and took me with them. I think initially they were roaming too close to the village, and when they saw me, they thought I was going to hurt them, so they grabbed me and took me into the woods, and they kept me as a prisoner for a couple of days until I was able to convince them that I could help them with their food problem, and made them a soup that they were all able to eat.
Hmm.
Okay. Would it help if we gave them a few more rations?
I'm sure they would love all your rations.
Okay,
Could
but
the-
you have to come back. You can't stay here for.
Yeah, you
What
got to
the-
at least check in with your
Yeah.
cousin. And he doesn't know us that well, right? So we can't just go back, and he may or may
Can't
not
take
believe
your
us.
word for it.
But-
We need you to show him like proof of life, basically.
Proof
Yeah,
of
we're,
life.
we're we're just travelers, but like this town back here, how likely is it that the town could, work together for some, for a little bit of
Yeah.
rations and food for the goblins, and work together to help solve the
Yes.
issue, relocate them, or what's the
Yeah.
chances of that happening?
I would say really what they need someone to teach them how to hunt.
Ah,
Because if they could figure out a meat source, they would be able to be self-reliant as opposed
sure.
to only, uh, you know, living, instead of dying out.
And as an herbalist, I can probably teach them to grow something.
Chris could help them, right? With learning. She's a ranger. That'd be perfect. They got bows, right?
Mhm.
Forage.
Okay.
And
Forage.
foraging.
Okay,
Sure.
let's roll. Let's see how I want to roll this.
Say I can only teach him how to go to the village and steal stuff from people. So
Right. That's maybe not the solution.
So
I could probably teach them basic medicine, like herbal medicine.
All right. So let's say you decide to do this. You spend 6 days with them, teaching them. Chrisma teaches them how to hunt small deer, catch squirrels, rabbits, little boars, things of that nature. Sparrow, you can teach them a little more of herb craft and so on and so forth. Um, uh, the little one that you captured initially, it just like sleeps by your side every night and cuddles up with
Oh.
Shadow Song. Is that the name of your wolf? I always forget the name of your wolf.
Shadowbane.
Shadowbane.
Yeah.
And by the time that the week is up, you have become good friends with this little goblin tribe that is on the borders of the land with Merin's Rest. And once that you have been satisfied that they are self-sufficient, Misty agrees to return to the village with you.
That's awesome.
Nice.
The goblins, of course, don't want you to leave, but you have to explain to them that, good luck, don't kill any sheep.
Don't take any more village
Don't
girls.
need any children, right?
Right.
Okay. Very nice.
All right,
Yeah.
so you make your way back to the village with Misty, and you make your way to the Lore and Lexicon's bookstore. And as you enter, Misty bashfully, hi, cousin. And Rupert's like, what? Where have you been? And she explains everything. And as promised, Rupert is going to reward you accordingly. So let's see, at the very least, we know that we're giving. Now, one quick thing, because the wolf is on your party sheet, it's going to give some of this coin to your wolf. So you're going to want to deal with that accordingly when we do this. And he agreed to give you a scroll of some type.
Nice.
So let me find, what does he have here?
So we're gonna be full rest anyway.
Yeah, I kind of forgot to do the full resting. So yeah, let's
Yeah.
just assume I could do that on the character sheet. Hold on.
Okay.
Before I do the treasure. Let's do rest, long rest.
We spent 6 days.
Yeah, you were there for plenty of time.
Ah.
Days.
Everybody's
It's a nice little vacation.
All right, let's see what kind of scroll we give you.
We kind of accidentally didn't just slaughter our way there, by the way.
With the charm. The charm.
Hey,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
charm. The
Smarter.
charm. Yeah. We
This
almost.
is the first D&D session that we didn't have to slaughter the other side.
Yeah, we would have felt pretty bad. We only ended up killing a few of them.
I
Right.
thought I
Well,
was
they
gonna die
attacked
there
us.
too.
And he
Yeah.
almost killed my wolf.
Right. Yeah.
So he's gonna have a scroll of knock, is what he has.
Oh, okay.
So who wants the
Mm.
scroll? Because I have
Sounds
to.
like a wizardy sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like bounty, right? gotta
It's
go to
bounty
bounty.
code. Yeah. So I'm going to.
Elegant scroll.
So on the left, you're gonna notice everybody got 8 gold.
Mhm.
Okay. So how do I
Yeah.
give my 8 to the 6
You're just
of
gonna have to
us?
manually take the 8 away from your wolf and then distribute that amongst all of you, and you'll have to manually adjust it. I don't
Is
know
that
quite how to do
in-
that.
Where is that? In main page?
On your inventory of the character sheet.
Inventory. Oh, there it is. 8. Okay, I'll put it to 0. So then everybody can get 1, and there's 2 left over.
Yeah, and you keep the other 2.
Yeah,
I
just
think
keep
it's
the other
fair.
2.
Yeah.
So
Same.
Chris, if you go to on your main character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
open it up, go to your inventory tab on the right hand side.
Yeah.
That's not.
Honestly, Stay, that is the first D&D session I have not just slaughtered goblins like everybody else said. That's
Yeah,
Go
me too.
that
scroll
would've been-
down. Scroll
that would
down.
have been tough too, because
Scroll
there's a
down.
lot of them
Very,
lookers.
Oh
very.
yeah, pretty sure I would have died.
One
Oh,
second.
yeah.
It would have been a bloody mess.
I was already halfway there, easy.
Yes,
So.
I have like 18.
¿Viste el oro? Donde
So that's
dice
a
Yes.
pretty
GP?
cool origin story
GP?
for us too, of how we all
Yeah.
Heck
came
yeah, man.
together and
¿Qué número
saved
dice?
a goblin tribe thanks to
¿Qué
Sparrow
número
speaking
dice?
goblin and Bounty doing the charm. Because I was just thought we were going to have to kill them.
Doble clic y
Yeah.
escribe
Right.
19.
Uh-huh.
I would have just been like,
yeah.
"Oh, they're hungry. Cool. They'll be easier to kill."
Yeah.
Hey,
No, tiene, no
An
va.
advantage,
you know what the
right?
Click
best part
the
is too,
18
right?
y
Is
dice
like
19.
way down the
Pone
road, if we ever
19.
bump into him, we could be like, "Gobbies!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, we may not want to get too happy about seeing goblins though,
No.
because I
Right.
don't think our
Oh,
next
no.
encounter will be so happy.
No.
Never know.
No.
You never know. But
Yeah.
We
Nah,
should have
but
told them
we know
before
our
we
gobby
left.
homies though.
We should have
Yeah.
told them to send word to their other, friends before we left.
yeah,
Right?
down around Phandalin somewhere. So you got any buddies over there?
Any,
For
any
later on.
family around Phandalin?
All right, sorry, I had to help Chris figure out how to add the
Oh,
1
no
gold
problem.
coin to her
Sure.
thing. So,
Yeah.
that's officially the first adventure, I think. By the way, I recorded this whole session. I'm going to go ahead and put this
Cool.
out on YouTube
Cool.
as sort of the unofficial origin
practice run.
adventure for the party. So I'll get this uploaded tonight and out.
Cool.
And
Do you mind if I take it and do a edited version,
Dude,
and then
do
of
it.
course I'll link. I'll be like, hey, if you
Yep.
want to see the whole thing, head here.
yeah,
Okay,
for
cool.
sure. And since I'm recording, I'm just going to say this for the purpose of the recording, since it's going to go up on YouTube later. For those of you who are watching this, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and get ready for next week, because we are going to be streaming live on twitch.tv/weaveandvoid for the real adventure.